Good morning, third grade. Today is Monday. We're on lesson 21 in math. To get going with your power up, today on page 127 in your book is where lesson 21 starts. We're on power up K. It says the multiples of 7 are 7, 14, 21, and so on. Circle the numbers that are multiples of 7. Which of the circled numbers is an even number as well as a multiple of 5? When you're done with the top part of your power up, go on to your mental math and your problem of the day. Press pause when you're done. Keep on watching this video and we'll correct it together. As we correct it, make sure that you got your name on the top. Multiples of 7, I always like to think of how many days are in a week. When I think about that, that helps me to count by sevens. Now, you could also count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84, 91, and 98. Now, it also said which of these numbers is an even number and a multiple of 5. Well, multiples of 5 end in either 5 or 0, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If it's going to be even, it needs to be in this column because this column ends with 0, so all of these numbers are even. It can't be in this column because all of these numbers end with 5 and 5 is odd. So what's our only number in here? Put a big old star by 70 because it's a multiple of 5 and it's even. On the bottom, A says 44 plus 32. 44 plus 32. 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 3 is 7, so we get 76. B says 57 plus 19. Plus 19 is the same as plus 20 minus 1. So 57 plus 20 would be 77, minus 1 would be 76. C says 32 plus 43 plus 100. Make sure that you line those up with ones on top of ones, tens on top of tens. 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 4 is 7, 1 plus nothing is 1, so you get 175. D, what number should be added to 6 to get a total of 9? So 6 plus what equals 9? Well, 6 plus 3 equals 9, so 3 would be right here. E, what is the total value of 2 quarters, 3 dimes, and 1 nickels? 2 quarters, 25, 50. 3 dimes, 10, 20, 30. And then 1 nickel, nickel's worth 5, so it would be plus 5 here. Add those up, ones on top of ones, tens on top of tens. 0 plus 0 is 0, plus 5 more gives me 5. 5 plus 3 equals 8, so I get 85 cents. F, what's the total cost of a $200 bicycle and a $24 helmet? $200 bicycle would be $200 plus a $24 helmet. 0 plus 4 is 4, 0 plus 2 is 2, 2 plus nothing is 2, don't forget your dollar sign, $224. G says round $13.89 to the nearest dollar. Go ahead and take a peek across that decimal point. 3 looks at the 8, 0 through 4 don't get no more, 5 through 9 go up 1 time, 8 tells me to go up 1 time, so the 3's got to go up to a 4, and we get $14. H says round 73 to the nearest 10. Underline my tens place, 7's in the tens place. Remember 0 through 4 don't get no more. 5 through 9 go up 1 time. 7 looks at the 3. 3 says don't get no more. So it stays at 7. We get 70 yards. Then at the bottom, our problem of the day says choose a problem solving strategy to solve this problem. PE instructor divided the 21 students into 4 teams. If the PE instructor divided the class as evenly as possible, how many students were on each of the 4 teams? So we got to put 21 kids on these 4 teams. Each of my kid is going to be 1x. All right, so I'm going to do 21 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how I'm putting them on 1 on each team. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, so as evenly as possible, this one's going to have 6, this one's going to have 5, this one's going to have 5, this one's going to have 5. All right, so for my answer, I could say one team of 6, one team with 6 kids, and then 3 teams with 5 kids. All right, go ahead and flip it over so we can learn our new concept for lesson 21. Let's start with our objectives. Today you will learn how to draw triangles and rectangles and how to determine the diameter. First, we're going to talk about triangles. For example 1, on the back of your sheet at the top here, you should have, at the top on this side, you should have a box that says triangles. The first thing we're going to draw is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral means that all the sides are the same. So to do that, your triangle is going to need to look something like this. Equilateral triangles always look the same. We'll learn about other types of triangles that you can make look very different, but our equilateral is kind of all going to be the same. Just to help us remember that, let's just label these sides. Let's pretend each of these is 2 centimeters. So let's just label each of them 2 centimeters so that you know you try to draw the same length. If it's not perfectly the same length, that is okay. Remember, we're just drawing it. If it's not going to be perfect, but do your best there. Example 2 says, draw a rectangle whose sides all have the same length. A rectangle, we know, has 4 right angles. That's like where it meets, the 2 sides meet like the edge of the corner of a paper. That would be like a right angle. So they have 4 right angles. Now, if all the sides are the same, what else could we call that? We don't have to just call that a rectangle. We could also call it a square. So label that one square right next to it. A rectangle that has all the same sides would be a square. Now, for example 3, you're going to need your centimeter ruler. You have your centimeter ruler in your Monday folder. It's blue. It looks like this. See the CM down here? That means centimeters. So that's how you know it's a centimeter ruler. This rectangle is going to have sides that are 3 centimeters long and 2 centimeters wide. So start with your ruler here. Start at the 0, and you want to go 3 centimeters long. And then you're going to go 2 centimeters high. All right? So I get 3 by 2. All right? I'll show you how to do that on our example later as well. But you're going to start at the 0. Start right here at the 0, and then draw all the way to the 3 is what your side length is going to be. Then, for example 4, we're talking all about the radius and diameter of a circle. So, a radius is halfway across. So let's say your center point of your circle is right there. A radius is from the center to the side. Center to the side, that's a radius. That's a radius, this is a radius, this is a radius. Anywhere with the center of the side is a radius. If it goes all the way across through the middle, that's what we call a diameter. Now, a diameter equals 2 radiuses, right? 2 radii. Right here, there's one, there's one. So if we know the diameter, we can find the radius. And if we know the radius, we can find the diameter. In example 2, it says, if the radius of a circle is 2 centimeters, then what's the diameter? So on your paper, I've got your circle here. We've got our radius is 2. Well, our diameter is just going to be twice that, because if I put another radius here, that was also 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So, for example 2, you'd have 4 centimeters. All right? Let's go ahead and I'll pop into my document camera for us to do lesson practice there. Lesson practice A says draw a triangle with 2 sides that are the same length. So, I'm going to have 2 sides. Notice these 2 are the same length. This one's going to be shorter. Now, later this year, I'll teach you that that's an isosceles triangle because 2 of the sides are the same and 1 is different. B says draw a rectangle that's about twice as long as it is wide. So twice as long as it is wide. Then I'm going to draw a y about that far. So that's about twice as long as it is wide because this side is about 2 times that side. C, I'm going to change the directions. I want you to take out your ruler. C, I want you to draw a rectangle that has that sides are all 3 centimeters. So I'm going to start at 0, come all the way to 3. Then I'm going to go down, start at 0, go all the way to 3. Same thing here, start at 0, go all the way to 3. And I'll do my last one. There. Now, notice that this is a square because all the sides are the same. I'm going to label it 3 centimeters on 2 sides so that you know that. Letter D says, what's the diameter of a circle that has a 3 centimeter radius? So draw your circle, put a dot in the middle, out to the side, and label it 3 because that's 3 centimeters. Now, if I had the diameter and went all the way across, this side would also be 3. So 3 plus 3 equals 6 centimeters. So the diameter all the way across would be 6 centimeters. Letter E, what is another name for a rectangle whose length is equal to its width? Well, that means all the sides are the same, so that's going to be a square. Excellent. You're ready to rock it out on some problems? Let's go ahead and take a peek at some problems for lesson 21. Make sure this makes it in your Monday folder so I can give you credit for hard work. Make sure you've got your name at the top. Then the first one we're doing together is number 2. Number 2 says, Tisha put 40 pennies in a pile. After Jane, so Tisha put 40. After Jane added all of her pennies, did it tell us how many? Nope. There were 72 in the pile. So when she added some more, then we get 72. How many pennies did Jane add? Well, I've got a missing number in addition sentence. To find the answer, I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to do 72 minus 40. 4 minus 0 is 2. 7 minus 4 is 3, so I get 32 pennies. Let's move on to number 6. Number 6 says, these thermometers show the average daily highs and lows in San Juan, Puerto Rico during the month of January. What are those temperatures? So number 6, what are these temperatures? Remember, our thermometers normally count by 2. They're both in Fahrenheit. So 70, but look at this. This is kind of between 70 and 72. Well, what number is between 70 and 72? 71. So we'd write 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Then, the other one. Count by 2s, we're at 80, 82. So it's 82. Now this one does not say that we need to subtract them or find the difference. So we just write 71 degrees Fahrenheit, comma, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Moving on to number 7. Number 7 says use a centimeter ruler to measure the rectangle below. What's the length? The length is the long side. What's the width? And then we're also going to talk about what the perimeter is. So we've got A, B, and C. So we need A, B, C. First, what's the length? Well, I'm going to start with my 0 right here at the end and come over here. Oh, it's 4 centimeters. So the length is 4 centimeters. It says, what's the width? What's the width? Well, I'm going to start with my 0 here. It's at the 2. So the width would be 2 centimeters. Now, remember, the perimeter is the distance around. So we need to add up all 4 sides to see what the distance around is. Well, this side was 4, this side was 2, this side was 4, and this side's 2. So we need to do the perimeter equals 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. Well, 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 2 is also 6, so 6 plus 6 is 12. You can also say 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 plus 2 is 4, so 8 plus 4 equals 12. So in your box to the side, that would look like this. A was 4 centimeters, B was 2 centimeters, and then C was 12 centimeters. Make sure you got your centimeters label on all of those. Then let's go to number 11. Number 11 says, draw a triangle, make each side 2 centimeters long. What is the perimeter? So each side's 2 centimeters. It's kind of like the one we did in our example. So make sure they're all the same. Label them all 2 centimeters. Then if we know perimeter is the distance around, what's the perimeter of this rectangle? Well, 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 more is 6, so we get 6 centimeters. Flip it on over. Last one we're doing together is 22. 22 is one of our big long addition ones. So I've got 14 plus 28 plus 77 plus 23. 7 plus 3 gives me 10. 8 plus 4 gives me 12. So 12 plus 10, 2 plus 0 is 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, so I get 22. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 2 more is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 2 more is 14, so I get 142. So for number 22, 142. Good luck on the rest of your work. Make sure you're doing your best and check in with me at 1 o'clock if you've got any questions on our Zoom call.